Pittsburgh Today Live. Mikey Hood joining us today.
Welcome.
Yeah, it is Tuesday.
It is Tuesday.
Yes.
And it feels like Friday, but
Does
it's
it?
only Tuesday.
You've had a long week already? I'm not sure. That's probably not good. Yeah.
It's been a productive week, though, so far.
Okay.
That's why. I've gotten
Good.
a lot accomplished.
And it's not Friday. You have to show up again tomorrow.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll be here.
All right, well, we are counting down all this week to the return of Heather Abraham.
Yay.
We are just from Heather returning from maternity leave, and so she's back on Thursday.
It seems like it's been forever. Like, I miss her.
Seems like there's a lot that has happened.
I agree.
We're going to have to catch her up, and we have a plan to do that. You just wait and see. Coming up on Thursday. All right, are you ready for Halloween? Because it's coming up fast.
It is coming up fast.
Yeah.
I love Halloween. Everything about it. The candy, the fact that you get to dress up. And
I think I like it better as an adult than I did as a kid.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I liked it as a kid, but like, I don't know, it's just, it's more fun. Like the whole trick-or-treating thing, I maybe as a kid didn't love that. But you know, as an adult, just like dressing up and eating chocolate. It's fantastic.
And it's interesting because I always loved trick-or-treating, but after a while, we kind of had a family tradition where we did Halloween inside, because that was back in the, I'm dating myself, like back in the late 80s and early, people were kind of tampering with candy.
That's true.
And so we would do a Halloween celebration at home, and it was a lot of fun, and we'd play games and win candy.
I like that, yeah. Well, we wondered about the most popular Halloween candies, and guess what? There's this candy place, it's called candystore.com. They're out with their list of the most popular candy for Halloween, and so take a look at this, see if you agree with it. Number one on their list is Skittles.
My brother likes Skittles, not my favorite.
Not my favorite.
Yeah.
All right, number two, Reese's Cups, peanut butter cups. That
is good.
I would make that number one, actually, because that's delicious.
M&Ms and peanut M&Ms, not just plain M&Ms.
Oh, I like plain too,
Do
but
you?
I'm with you that peanut's nice too.
Okay, Snickers. I think that's a popular candy for a lot of people.
It satisfies you, Mikey.
David with his commercials. Okay, Starburst and candy corn rounds out the list.
Yeah, and they also did this state by state. So take a look at this map because it's kind of interesting. Pennsylvania, according to the candystore.com, if you can see, because it's teeny tiny there, but Pennsylvania, they say Hershey's mini bars are the most popular. And
well, that's because Hershey's is here.
Right. I think that makes sense.
Right.
And I agree with it. Although I fish out what are the Hershey's version of the like little Rice Krispie things in the chocolate? Those are my favorite.
Oh, yeah.
What are they?
Nestle's Crunch?
Nestle?
No,
that's
Nestle.
a different brand. No, but yeah, the crunchy ones. Those are my favorite. Crackle.
Crackle.
Yeah,
that's what
the
it
ones
is.
I fish out. In Ohio, it's M&Ms, and in West Virginia, it's Blow Pops.
Those are their favorite, but they also took a poll and specifically asked, what's your least favorite candy? And get this, they claim it's candy corn. I'm a little bit upset about that.
I can tell you're upset.
I love candy corn. There's something about it. Like, there's the different layers. There's the white and the orange, and each layer has a different flavor, in my opinion.
Does it?
Am I alone on this?
See, I did not notice that the flavors, the layers had different flavors.
I think so.
But I am a fan of candy corn. I like candy corn. I'm right with you, Mikey.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Now, they beat out last year's winner as least favorite, Circus Peanuts.
I have no idea what circus peanuts are. What
They're
are
like those orange marshmallowy. Yeah, Marie, our floor manager, is making it. She's like, no, circus peanuts, a big mistake. Why did they even invent them? Marie is saying.
I guess that's why they're last on the list.
Yeah. All right. Well, speaking of Halloween, take a look at this. This is just kind of fun video. A group of scuba divers competed in an underwater pumpkin carving contest. This seems dangerous to me, Mikey.
It does seem dangerous. Who came up with this idea?
Well, they have sharp tools there, and here's the thing about the pumpkins. Pumpkins want to float.
It's a problem.
So unless you weight them down or hold them down, you can't really, but they did a great job. Look at that.
I agree. I mean, that takes a real talent, a real skill to be able to do that.
Yeah. I mean, I can't do it well, even,
Out of
not
water.
being underwater. So that's fantastic. Good for them that they're able to do that. All right, we were talking about candy corn a little earlier, and no matter how you feel about candy corn, no one can deny this porcupine we're about to show you really loves real corn.
But it's corn on the cob.
Corn on the cob.
Corn on the
actual
cob.
corn. And just take a look at what this hungry porcupine did when he was asked if he would be willing to share.
Teddy, can you share your corn with me? Can I have it? No. Let me have it. You won't share?
Poor Teddy.
Oh, poor Teddy. He said, that's my corn. Well, Teddy is short for teddy bear. He's from a place called Zoo University in Texas, where they teach people about exotic animals. And the one thing that you have to know about Teddy is not to take his corn.
Apparently. It was like he was speaking. And I couldn't tell what he was saying exactly, but it seemed like they were words there.
I thought I heard, that's my corn.
That's my corn. Yes. And porcupine. Yeah. By the way, I used to think that porcupines could throw out their quills to attack people or
really?
enemies, and they cannot do that. That is,
that's good.
That's a myth. Yeah.
That's good. I never heard that before.
You never were concerned about that?
I was not.
And then I brought it to your attention.
Yes. But now thank you for making me assured that
yes,
will not happen.
It's okay. Rest easy, everyone. All right, so this happened to a local family, and we want to show you this because squirrels, of course, hide nuts. And so this was a family in Franklin Park, and the wife goes to get in her car and says, hey, it smells funny. It smells a little like smoky. And it turned out they have a tree there, a black walnut tree in their yard, and look what the squirrel did. All this grass and black walnuts under the hood.
Wow, so he was bringing that. So how did he get in the hood?
I guess he climbed up from underneath.
Oh,
you know?
Yeah.
And so this is what I feel bad about. Like, yes, the family has to clean all that out, but the squirrel, he was ready for winter. He had done a lot of work there. Hundreds of black walnuts, and now he has to come up with new winter plans.
Poor guy.
Yeah. The car was not damaged, fortunately.
Well, that's good. He did a lot of work.
He did a lot of work. All right, someone else who does a lot of work, all these craft breweries that have been opening up in our area, and we want to give some recognition because 3 breweries from our area got medals over the weekend at the Great American Beer Festival in Denver. Who knew this even happened? The Great American Beer Festival?
No idea.
Yeah. 107 beer categories and 174 different beer styles. More than 2,000 breweries from around the country were involved in this. So here are the local winners. The Pious Monk Dunkel from the Church Brewworks in Lawrenceville won the gold for German-style dark lager.
Oh, and Cellarworks Brewing in Sarver won silver in Brett beer with its St. Eldridge.
Yeah, I don't know what Brett beer is. I need to learn about all this. And Helltown Brewing in Mount Pleasant won bronze in English-style brown ale for its mischievous brown. So congratulations
I want some
to
of that. The mischievous.
Yeah.
Mischievous brown.
We should try all of them. They're award-winning.
I agree.
Yeah.
Well, do you eat fast food and do you use the drive-through?
I do sometimes.
I do
After tennis, we go to get breakfast sandwiches at a fast food
place. After you work out and burn off all of those calories playing tennis, you go to the drive-through.
It's true. I feel as though I've earned it at that point. But you're right. It's it's sort of backwards.
Makes sense, David. Well, we're waiting longer in lines, longer than ever before.
Yeah.
And that's according to a report done by QSR Magazine, which is a restaurant industry magazine. So fast food is not as fast as we may have thought it was. Get this, customers spend an average of 255 seconds this year going from the speaker to place their order to the pickup window.
255 seconds.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's even longer if you factor in the time it takes just to get to the speaker, because sometimes the line starts way back. So it turns out on their survey, the quickest as far as getting you through the drive-through fast was Dunkin'. The slowest was Chick-fil-A, and the magazine says that's because the drive-through is jam-packed at Chick-fil-A.
Always.
So this is the breakdown by seconds. So if you want the fastest fast food, go to Dunkin', and then you see Wendy's a second there, and then Burger King and Taco Bell and KFC and Arby's and McDonald's and then Chick-fil-A. But I think, and I know they're coming up with like pre-ordering and stuff that you can, order on an app before you even get there to try to speed things up. But part of it is that the menu is so complex.
I agree.
Like I think about people who have a job at McDonald's, and now when I was a kid, they needed to know how to make a Big Mac, and that was about it. And now you got a McFrappy and a McSlurry and a Mc, there's like 1,000 menu items.
I agree. So did you used to work at McDonald's?
No, I never worked at McDonald's, but I do think this would be fun. We have this put me to work segment.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be at a drive-through window and work
that
it.
would be
because
hilarious.
I bet it flies. I mean, it's really hard work
Mm-hmm.
to get all the orders right, and I might not do that, but I think it'd be a lot of fun.
It would be. Well, I worked at McDonald's when I was 16. I only lasted a day, though. That's what.
Oh, really?
One day.
Well, that's all I would last too.
Yeah.
They would probably ask me to leave after an hour.
And you don't realize it, but when you get there, you're back in the kitchen, and then all of these bells are going off at the same time to let you know the food is ready, the fries are ready, the burgers are ready. I couldn't handle it. I had a breakdown on my first day.
No, I understand.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on. I've watched them before, like running around back there. So it's, it's a hard job.
It is a hard job.
All right, well, we're going to take a break and get to it because coming up, we're talking with parenting expert Dr. G. Hear the advice she has for parents whose kids have now left the nest. That can be a difficult time.
I agree. Well, are you needing a wardrobe update now that it's truly fall in Pittsburgh? Watch for our Focus on Fall ahead in today's Trend Report. And we take a PTL road trip to the Erie Maritime Museum, see some of the interactive exhibits you can take part in coming up.
Thanks for watching Pittsburgh Today Live on this Tuesday, October 8th. We're going to be right back.